Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Xony, and today we're going to have some more stories from Reddit. But before we start, it would be so much appreciated if you would subscribe to my channel, like the video if you enjoy it, and maybe leave a comment down below. These simple clicks would mean a lot to the future of this channel and really reward the effort that I put in every day. And now, without further ado, let's go. Let's get into the story. My cheating ex called me. 2.5 years later, my 31 male ex-girlfriend, 29 female, found me and wanted to hang out. But I just ignored her after she broke my heart. Backstory. In 2015, I met this woman at college. Let's call her Casey. We had so many things in common, and we instantly got close. She asked me out, and it was a wonderful relationship. Or so I thought. We had dreams together. Sent X-rated pics once in a while. We do a lot of stuff together. Not 6 yet. In 2019, Christmas time, I was going to propose to her after I give her parents and siblings gifts. I even gave her mom, who hates me, a gift. Casey works at the hospital, so she'll get out of work later. Or so I thought. 5:00 p.m. She didn't come home to her parents' place, but I came and decided to give everyone gifts. When I give her younger sister, 20 female, let's call her Sherry, a laptop. She cries and hugs me because she always wanted one for school. Casey's father, a new barbecue grill. Moments later, Sherry told me I couldn't contain it anymore and cried harder. I asked what's the matter. She immediately grabbed me to her room, and her father came along as well. Sherry kept saying I'm so sorry. Many times I was confused on why. She then showed me a pregnancy test and told me that it belongs to Casey. I completely lost it and wanted to know why and how long was the affair. Sherry informed me that the affair happened in the beginning of 2019 while I was working a lot at my factory job. She goes to see him. Makes matters worse is that Casey's mom was the one who showed the affair partner to Casey. Apparently in the month of November, Casey found out she's pregnant and she begged Sherry not to tell anyone. After Sherry found the test, when she told me everything, my world came crashing down, and I decided to leave. But before I left, I thanked Sherry and her father. Let's call him Max. Max apologized and said that if I leave, he would completely understand. We shook hands and I said thank you. I just looked at Casey's mom, and then I left my ex's house. Us just drove away and didn't look back. Max and Sherry got furious with Casey's mom. Let's call her Jane. Around 7:00 p.m. Christmas time, I informed my family on what happened, and they all comforted me. 11:00 p.m. My phone began blowing up with phone calls and text messages of my ex saying she can explain. I didn't answer back. I changed my number, deleted my social media, and changed my email. As much as I want closure, I didn't want to see her face. Fast forward to mid of 2021. Of my friends informed me that the affair partner who got Casey pregnant ran away after he found out he's the father. Karma, and they're looking for him. I simply said, who cares? Fast forward to the last month. I see a number I've never seen before. I answered it, and it was my ex. My ex begged me to talk to her and possibly give her a chance at my favorite restaurant. I responded, why should I? After you did what you did. She rambled on, and I just ignored her because I don't want to go through the same pain that she had put me through. Casey began gaslighting me and her friends, and her mom called me a coward for not seeing her again. I told Jane, you have the audacity to say that after what you've done. She rambled on. I just hung up and blocked Jane and my ex's number. I informed her friends what happened, and they left me alone. Update, my ex found me. She's a wreck. I got closure, but I feel it wasn't worth it. It's been nearly 3 months since I posted my story, and apparently she found me, of all days, Mother's Day, which was last week. Sunday, my mom wanted to go to Red Lobster since she loved seafood. One of my sisters, really half-sister, but she's my sister, came along as well. Let's call her Raven. We were about to leave. All of a sudden, I ran into my ex's sister Sherry and the Wicked Witch of the West, Jane, and Red Lobster. Sherry was in total shock in seeing me, and I was hoping Casey isn't there with her, and thankfully, she wasn't. Jane looked at me with disgust, and Raven in disbelief. Jane was in total shock at seeing Raven for some reason. Not sure why. I waited until later. I was about to explode until the moment I looked at my mom and Raven because they both wanted to pound Jane into the ground for what she did to me. So I had to calm both of them down. Sherry then begged me to talk to her after a heated argument involving my mom, Jane, and my sister. Raven then suggested that if I want to talk to Sherry, both of you talk alone, we won't be involved. And not the Snake Beach Jane. We talked for a bit and asked me how have I been, and says how she misses me and wished that I didn't leave. She told me that my ex was miserable when I left, and I responded that it's not my problem. I then asked, how was school treating you? Sherry cried and said that Casey broke the laptop I gave her for Christmas a week after I left and ghosted her. I asked before I go, why does your mom hate me? I'm curious. Sherry then said it's because she saw you with another woman and that it was the same woman that they both saw just now. Little did Jane know it was my sister. I told Sherry that Casey's actions are wasted. The warranty is still available until November 2022. Sherry literally danced for joy and said she'll immediately get the laptop. After dinner, we said goodbye. We hugged and left. The next day, I waited. Brand's work was slow. I've seen Sherry, and to my surprise, Max came along. No lie, I had a smile on my face. We talked. Max loved the grill I gave, and he still apologized. But I told him, there's nothing you can do. After the laptop was resolved and chat for nearly an hour, they insisted on talking for a while. Not sure why. I told them it was good seeing them. But Max insisted on taking me to a restaurant I've never been to, and he paid for everything. As a thank you for giving Sherry another laptop, a better one, Sherry responded, I'm sorry about this. I hope you forgive me. Please don't be upset. Lo, my ex came, and she looked in worse shape than I imagined. She looked worse than a surgery gone wrong. She tried to hug me. I just stuck my hand out and asked, what the hell do you want? Casey apologized and begged me to take her back, saying it was a mistake. Blah, cheater's excuse. I responded, you cheated on me for nearly a year when I worked my ass off for us, and this is how you repay me. She realized that mistake and says that it was Jane's fault. And I said you went along with it. You could have said, I'm not happy with you anymore. But you didn't. It's not my problem anymore. I moved on. And you did, too, for nearly a year. And the fact you gaslight me, try to put the baby on me when we never had sex. What the hell? And now the affair partner left you, and he's on child support. Casey told me that her son now is 1 year old and needs a father. I told her, good luck with that. She asked, why am I being so mean? I said, you're the reason for this. I wanted kids. I nearly got a house for us, family stuff. And you threw all that away. Casey said that I threw it away because she told me Jane saw me with another woman and she described what she looked like. I laughed and called Sherry to let her know who she'd seen. Sherry explained everything to my ex. Casey was crying really hard, and that she realized all this time I was faithful, and she wished she'd never listened to Jane and says, I hate her for this. Casey begged for another chance, saying we will fix everything and will do anything just to take me back. I simply just told Casey, Max and Sherry wish you all the best and walked out. I told my family why I was out a bit long, and they immediately were proud of me for not taking her back. My dad laughed and said, Jane wanted you gone, son, and found a reason. A stupid one at that. You'll do better on the next woman. So, yeah, thank you guys for everything. I didn't think I would run into her again, even though I got closure. It wasn't worth it to see the two women who broke me. Now let's take a look into what the comments had to say after the crazy update. Cersei M starts us off. She thought you were cheating, so instead of talking to you, she cheats for a year. She's lying. She was at least thinking of cheating before then and used it to justify her actions. Few Ringlings said, well, she sure is going to hate Jane, the mom, for a long time for manipulating her to cheat and depriving her of the love of her life. Now she's a miserable single mom whose baby daddy, a fair partner, wants nothing to do with her and her kid. Honestly, I think Max, her father, should get a divorce, because if Jane is that devious, then who knows what else she's doing behind his back. After reading this story and the update posted,